Okay.
Hold up.
Dial boys are in the house, y'all.
God, fuck, man. I hate my hair.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
Yeah, baby.
How's it going, guys? It's Andrew.
And Connor.
Welcome to a initial reaction thoughts on a movie that you probably heard about.
Yeah, just some murmurs.
Just some rumors of this movie existing, coming out on Netflix.
The Marvel hater himself.
Martin Scorsese's recent film, The Irishman.
The Irishman. It's a hefty one.
It is.
It's a lengthy.
I knew it was 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know it was 3.5 hours.
Yeah, when the red time came out, it said 210 minutes. I was like, how long is that? I did the math, and I'm like, wow,
this is a beefy movie.
Well over 3 hours. So.
So we're gonna be talking, no spoilers. We're just gonna be doing our initial thoughts, what we thought about the movie, just performances, the de-aging stuff, the directing, the acting, all that beautiful stuff you're gonna get in this movie. Also, before we just start talking, if you get a chance, please see it in theaters.
Yes.
Because it's definitely meant to be a movie on the screen. So it's a commitment.
You gotta commit. Can't back out.
Yeah, can't back out. Actually,
no pee breaks.
I saw the movie at the 105.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get to the 12:45, but I didn't make it because I was really hungry.
That,
So I got McDonald's. I got two cheeseburgers and a McChicken.
You ate before? I didn't want to eat anything or drink
No,
anything.
dude, I snuck it into the theater.
I
had a gourmet McDonald's meal while watching the first act of The Irishman.
Just like Marty intended.
Yeah. I got a drink. I did regret the drink because about the last 45 minutes of the movie,
You're like, oh.
I had to find like the perfect comfort zone, like just the spot.
Yeah, you gotta adjust until you're like,
Yeah,
all right.
and then I'm like, I can manage it. But then like the last 45 minutes of the movie, I shifted, and then my bladder just was like, you have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, but there's 45 minutes left.
So you kept checking your phone just to see how much you had left then?
When that happened.
I was itching the last like 30 minutes or so. I was like, should I check my phone to see how much time there is? But made the whole movie without checking my phone. I was like, I didn't want to know how much we had left.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, the first 3 hours just flew by. Like, that is the quickest 3 hours. And like, you can definitely feel it's like you've been watching this movie for a while, but not like, it got to the point where I'm like, I don't know how much of this movie's left, you know? Like,
I was sucked in within like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even less. Like, I think I was sucked in like the moment like we first heard De Niro speak. I was like, okay, this is going to be amazing. So I'm just going to sit down and be immersed for the next 3.5 hours. I'm just going to keep hitting that. And I mean, that's what happened. Like, I look at this movie and I'm like, it's 3.5 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
Could we cut stuff away? Maybe, but I wouldn't want it to be.
I mean,
I kind of felt like everything was justified for being there.
There's enough characters and enough character interactions and like between everyone. Like, there'll be two characters you wouldn't think would interact that like has a scene together. It's like interesting. So it's just like, you know, real life mob. Like, everything's tied to one another. Like,
yeah, and then like at one point, like, you know, you might not see a character for a minute, but they show up because they're still there in the picture.
Right.
They're just, you know, they haven't been relevant, but like, dude, just the star power in this movie is insane.
Yeah. One of my good mutuals from Letterboxd, she said like, oh, you're gonna be blown away with Al Pacino's performance.
Dude,
I was like, okay.
I think he might have been my favorite.
Yeah, in terms of performance-wise,
yeah.
easily his.
I think he like,
because this is a more like restrained De Niro and Pesci performance.
Definitely, yeah. Well,
Compared
Joe
to, like,
Pesci
that-
like just came out of retirement.
Yeah,
pretty
compared
much,
to
so.
like Scorsese's other like films with them in it, and this was like Al Pacino's like, he's the wild and like the loud.
I don't know if
loud
you knew
voice.
this. They never worked together.
Yeah, yeah. I
So-
don't remember him being in any of his films.
So maybe Martin was like, you know what, buddy? It's your time to shine.
Time.
It's time for me
Is he
to
younger
direct you.
than De Niro and Pesci?
I think, but not by much.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all like the same age.
Yeah, they're all roughly maybe 10 years around each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he was great. Like I was waiting for him to get into the movie. Like I was just like, when are you gonna show up? Because like that's when like I wouldn't say like the plot kicks in, but that's like when it does. Like because this is a 3.5 hour movie, so you're gonna have like 45 minutes of just like
I was wondering
origins,
like
pretty much.
where the plot would take us, because like we're introduced to De Niro and Pesci's characters like right off the bat, pretty much, and then you're like, oh, okay, is this gonna be like? Because Pesci's the older gentleman, like in terms of like the narrative, and like his character is like the older one, like he's the grandpa of like everything, which is interesting because like I don't know, it was like I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, because like I watched the trailer like maybe once for this movie whenever it came out.
I did the initial reaction, and I think that's the only time I've seen the trailer.
Yeah,
so
and I wasn't the biggest fan of like the actual trailer, so I was like, okay, I'm sure the film's gonna be way better than this.
Yeah.
So,
the only
thankfully
shot
it
I
was.
remember is when the one dude like jumps out of the door and De Niro shoots him.
Yes.
That's like the only shot I
But
remember
it's
from
kind
it.
of that's a very important character.
Yeah,
which
like
I was like, oh,
I was shocked that was in there because I when they showed the restaurant, I was like, oh fuck, this is the scene. Like I kind of wish I didn't.
Umberto's.
Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't know what was about to happen. Like I thought.
Little Italy, Italia.
But were you? I mean, we just stated this before we started recording. We both really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah,
Like we
very, very
really
good.
love this movie.
Lives up to the hype.
I really liked the like 3 timelines pretty much happening.
Yeah, I like the passage of time in this movie.
Yeah.
And an interesting thing with like characters that don't matter, and they'll be like in a scene though, and they'll tell you how they died and when they died.
Because you're not gonna get that scene.
Yeah, I think that was a good like signifier of like, okay, we're going a little bit more in time, maybe. Like if like they're in that scene, you know, obviously they're not dead yet, but you know, like they might die 5 years, 10 years. I never understood
then,
like what the time frame was.
The only way you could tell is by history.
Yeah, like
By
who's
in office or
what's going on.
Yeah,
in
what's
the,
going
in
on
the
in
country.
the political world.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this movie takes place during the JFK.
Yeah. Kennedy
Um,
administration.
Yeah, Kennedy administration.
And
Which,
some Nixon.
like that whole like the Kennedy and like Robert Kennedy, like all
I need
that
to go back and
stuff
look into
going
my
down.
Jimmy Hoffa history, because I was like, everything was like pretty much new to me. I was
Yeah.
pretty much like that nurse that had no idea who Jimmy Hoffa was.
No, well, I
I
mean,
knew of him.
that's how the movie starts,
Uh-huh.
where he was just like Jimmy Hoffa was like as big or bigger than Elvis, and then a year later he was like the Beatles.
the Beatles.
And
yeah.
I mean, I told Matt, like I was like, dude, like this guy like was like the Teamster, like he like was like the union for the truckers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking huge. Like, you know, that first speech that you get introduced to him, he's
Yeah.
like, if trucks don't go, like we rule the world, because if we stop driving trucks, America's going to fail.
Right.
And I'm like, I would listen to you, dude. Like you are smart.
Some good sound quality in our theater. Did you get some great
Yeah,
sound?
there was
Yeah.
especially like the gunshots and
and just like those loud scenes where like he's like, you know, at the rallies.
yeah, and like the microphone, like it just was different audio. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
really good. It felt, it didn't feel like ADR, you know, it didn't feel like,
That's where we saw Roma.
Yeah, we saw
that's-
Roma
that's
there.
great sound in that film too. Midtown Art Cinema.
it's a great area. If you're in the ATL area, go there. It's pretty great.
Give them your money.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's like $9.
My ticket was like $9. Yeah. And
No,
I didn't even ask for the student ticket.
I did, and he like, oh, we only do that like at 6 p.m.
That makes sense.
And I was like, oh, fuck you, dude.
well, it's like normally like $12, I think. So it's like,
I guess we did see like, I mean, I saw, yeah, we both kind of saw matinees technically. So, yeah.
mine was like right before.
Yeah, right before. Like yours was
$4.55.
Yeah, so yours like right
So,
before the $3 charge.
Perks.
Um,
They probably did that for a reason.
yeah. I mean, yeah, probably and they also had 2 showings, which was really nice because this is
Yeah.
a beefy movie. So
They had like the lighthouse right next door to mine. Did you have yours like right at the edge of where the doors were?
at the exit doors.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's where you saw yours
It
too.
was like theater 2 or something.
Mine was theater 8.
Okay, never mind then.
When you walked in, did you go to left or right for yours?
Left.
Left. I did too. I don't have my ticket.
8.
Okay, I was right. It was 8.
I don't know where I get 2 from, but whatever.
I'm gonna say it here.
Ooh.
Like this, is amazing. This movie, I'm sorry, like Martin
I'm gonna
Scorsese,
say it here.
like
It's a good movie.
it's a good, like he came back and after all the hate he's been getting with Marvel movies, but you
Shame.
this movie you're just like fuck Martin, like you know how to make a movie, like
Marty knows what he's doing.
you know what you're doing. Like Silence, it was a really good movie.
I still need to see Silence.
What came out after?
That was his last.
Before. Was it Wolf of Wall Street, and then it was Hugo, and then it was it Departed?
No, Shutter Island.
Shutter Island. Okay, yeah, Departed's kind of like the early 2000s.
It was 2008.
Oh, motherfucker! I don't know
I actually
my
didn't
dates.
get scared that time.
No, I mean, so like, see, like everybody like talks about The Departed being
We were correct with the order.
Yeah. The Departed being like the Academy Awards being like, okay, Martin, you deserved it for Goodfellas, but here
already.
you go.
Here
like,
we go.
But like this movie,
It needs all the nominations.
it needs all for everything. I want it for Best Original Song, even though there's not one in there. It just should get nominated for it.
Best documentary short. Damn
Best animated short, best everything, dude, just everything. It's great. We haven't really talked about the de-aging. What do you think?
It caught me off guard a little bit in the beginning, but like there was like one scene and it was like a flashback to where he's in the army. It was really bad in that scene.
Yeah,
but
I think I know what you're talking
like
about.
One shot, and it's like further. It's like leaned back from like the action happening.
For me, which is the same case for Captain Marvel, and there's not obviously they can't do that much in this movie because they're all fucking old, but the scene where he beats up the grocery dude,
that was kind of bad.
Yeah,
in terms of like
of his movement.
Person.
Yeah, like just how he was like trying to beat the guy up. I was like, you're old, De Niro.
De Niro's gonna throw his back out.
Yeah, so that just looked a little weird, but like
fucking head.
It's not gonna like ruin the movie for you because I'd say the movie's like 40 60, like 40% de-aging, 60% like makeup and just themselves.
I'd say, well, it's pretty, the continuity is like on, it doesn't like bounce back and forth, except like the narration and like when they're driving the car originally, and that's like present day in the
it's like present
narrative.
Day, yeah.
But but everything like before that was de-aging for. Was it just De Niro or did Pacino also have de-aging?
Oh, but they all three did.
Do you think all three of them did?
Yes, definitely.
Even Pesci?
Yeah, like in the early scenes.
But he plays like a very old person already.
I still think he did.
I don't know. We need the behind the scenes. So
yeah. I just need. I'm going to watch it again.
Obviously, yeah. I'm gonna see it
it's great. So, no, I thought like, I don't know. I thought there was like at a point, like maybe like the 2-ish hour mark is when their younger
climax.
Their younger selves. It's like when they had the big rally, not the rally, the big dinner party, like that was them.
Yeah,
de-aging was.
I think de-aging was done.
Yeah, at that,
maybe a little bit before.
Yeah, a little before that, like,
because he gets the ring.
Yeah,
and then that like leads up right to where like we started the film, and then that's like.
Regardless, the de-aging is really good in this.
It's really good, except for like a couple. Once you're like okay, that's not like completely 100% Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
but it's honestly like not bad. There's only a couple like.
If it's like
shots,
if it's like really close up on their face, like the shot when he's on the phone, it's in the trailer. It's like the thumbnail. Startling. Like that almost looked like just like a computer image, pretty much.
It looked a little goofy.
Yeah, like if it's like us, like if the camera's farther back and it's just two people having a conversation in dim lighting, like it's gonna look great. The lighting is a big thing of
where the camera
hides it. So, and. Do we know cinematographer? Do you know who it was?
It's probably
somebody that Scorsese's been using for years.
We will pull it up right now. Rodrigo Prieto. He also did Wolf of Wall Street, Silence.
So it's the one he's probably been working with most recently.
Yeah, those are his only three.
Okay, so the last three
that
films
I know
that he's
of.
made.
Yeah, the only three.
With Scorsese.
He also did Brokeback Mountain and Argo.
So he's been around for a minute. It's beautiful.
Mexican cinema.
The lighting is also definitely
Yeah.
like amazing.
The editing's really good.
Yeah, the editing is really good. I think even there was like some like moments of like jar cutting.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really nice as well.
Oh man, this writer's so good that wrote this film. He was the only one that wrote this film. Steven Zalian wrote Schindler's List, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. I guess Gangs of New York is like considered his like Scorsese's one of his weaker films. But the first Mission Impossible, Moneyball, personal favorite sports
So
film.
this guy's definitely going to get a nomination.
Probably. I mean,
it's adaptation,
he's been around the
right?
block.
It's based on a book, I think, is what I saw.
Maybe, but like it's not. He's the only writer here, so I can go that quick.
But yeah, like everything. Everybody was on their A game. The makeup, the costumes, the
Costumes
sets,
are great.
the
Yeah.
setting, like the cars, and it just
Set
feels
design.
like a
It is
gangster movie.
I heard you paint houses. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
Dude, that was good dialogue right
Yeah.
there. Like, cause like that's like
I also do carpentry.
Yeah, that was a good joke. One thing, just for the theater experience, I had two older gentlemen sitting about 2 rows in front of me. They were just two guys, probably in like their 70s or 80s.
Two bros chilling in a hot tub.
Dude, they were two bros that just were fucking loving the shit out of this movie.
Yeah,
Like
were they
were, like,
reacting to it?
Yeah, they were like laughing. They were leaning in like during intense
There's
moments.
a guy like on my aisle, like towards my right. He's like an intense scene here. Like I
And-
could see him leaning up.
And like it hit me, I was like, bro, like they're probably the same age as these actors and Martin, and they
Yeah,
probably
they're probably
saw
big Martin
all the
fans,
movies
yep.
in theaters, and now they're seeing another one, and it just blows my mind because like we weren't even alive when Goodfellas came out, which is pretty much like this is kind of like in a way a sequel to that, just with the cast kind of coming back together.
or like Casino.
Yeah, or Casino. Like it's just like one of those
It's like
movies.
the trilogy.
Yeah, when you get Pesci, De Niro, and Scorsese, you know you're gonna get a good time. So, I mean, I kind of want to talk some spoilers. I don't know about you.
Is that time?
I think it's about that time.
Anything else you want to add before we jump into spoilers? Maybe like some overall thoughts, so people don't have to skip to the end.
Yeah, overall thoughts, you're going to have a good time. The movie's going to fly by. Like we said, the dialogue is really good. The story is super interesting. The last 30 minutes does trickle on. Like, you see why it's there, but I don't know, it kind of felt like Lord of the Rings, where it's just like, okay, come on. Speed it up a little bit. We get it. Like,
it's over.
They're old, okay? And yeah, but then also it dwells on the families at the end, which I guess was something nice that they needed to address, because we see a lot of the dudes doing stuff. We don't get to see how the family reacts to it.
Yeah.
To the last.
Not a whole lot of female action in this movie.
Nope. Overall thoughts for you?
This would be like, I've seen like 10 Scorsese films, so eventually I'll be plowing through the rest of his older
50
stuff.
or whatever.
No, it's not 50. Well, on Letterboxd it would say that, but
Yeah,
like
it's probably like
in terms
30.
of like feature length, it's like 30, I think.
Yeah.
But amazing, one of the best films I've seen this year. There's just a lot to take in, but honestly, like you're just so, it's like all pretty much dialogue, and there's so many characters, but everyone has a distinct look. Everyone has a name. Like they're all Italian names, they're all Jewish names, they're all, Scottish names or whatever, and it's great. And like the whole ride is just amazing. And like you said, like the last 30 minutes is my biggest gripe. Is like the first 3 hours, you don't know it's 3 hours, and then when you know it's on, like the climax happens, and like it's almost done, you're like, okay, oh, here's another scene. Oh, they're even older. Oh, okay, they're even more older. So it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we get it,
And then it kind of just
family
ends.
stuff, and then it just ends. I liked how it ended.
Yeah.
But yeah, still amazing. One of top 5 of the year probably so far for me.
It's really good. It definitely will be in there.
I was thinking about like, where do I rate this in terms of other stuff? So I don't know. You'll find out at a video at the end of the year.
Yeah, where it is. But I think now, if you aren't sold yet, or if you've actually seen it in theaters, We're gonna talk about some spoilers.
It's getting some wider and wider, releases, at theaters.
I think it's coming out the first week of December.
And Netflix?
Yeah. Or like maybe
it's like the first couple days. It's like the second or third, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So
almost there.
Almost there.
If you live in like South Dakota and there's no theaters playing it, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Where do you want to start? I guess just highlights that we really liked.
Sure.
Go for it. You start.
Just the casting for everyone I really loved. Like Ray Romano was really great.
Oh, as the
lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm really, really glad he's like doing some really good drama work because he was in The Big Sick and Paddleton. Did you see Paddleton on Netflix?
No.
It's about like his best friend has like cancer and he's like spending his last few days with them or whatever.
No, yeah.
It came out in like March.
Yeah,
Netflix.
no, I don't even think I've heard.
But he was amazing. Like we said, like Joe Pesci, this is like such a quiet role. He's just the old guy that's like he's like the Godfather. Almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except he's not like he doesn't like run everything, but a lot goes through him, and like people respect him because he's the older person. And like in the film, De Niro says like, you wouldn't do stuff for him for money because it's just out of respect if he asks you to do something. And I really love Pesci's character. Al Pacino, like one of the best performances I've seen from him. Definitely in like a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't remember him being this good, and he has like so much to work off of.
Oh, there's so much acting for him.
Oh my god,
there's so many
awesome
moments. Oh, like one of my favorite scenes is when he's like about to get arrested and he's just going off on all his men and he's just like, "Oh, you little fuckers!"
Oh, dude, I was laughing so
And then
hard.
like De Niro walks
Niro's like,
out.
"All right, you gotta call me, motherfucker. I'm out of here."
And then he's like, "No! I was called. I didn't even see you.
See you
I
in the
didn't even
corner.
see you."
Just get back.
It's
in
hilarious.
Here.
Like, yeah,
Just get back
that was a great scene.
That was a great comedy scene.
Oh, and I loved because like obviously like a big plot is that he fucking hates the Kennedys, and
He's
so
essentially like running against them.
yeah. So
those rich pricks.
The moment when I was like when I found out that the Kennedys were in this movie, not like only Robert's really like a character, but like when I was like, oh, so obviously we're gonna see the assassination.
Nailed the voice.
He did.
Yeah.
He was really good.
I like how they did the assassination.
And then I love how
the reaction.
Hoffa was just like, I'm just gonna sit down.
Yeah,
he's like,
I'm eating my ice cream.
He knew he was like, I won. Like he's like, I am safe.
I love how
now.
much ice cream Al Pacino eats in this movie.
Oh, it's great. I wonder if that was like a Hoff thing.
I'm sure he was known for like his ice cream sundaes.
Like a sweet tooth, maybe.
Yeah.
What was the little short guy? Johnny? Was that his name?
The Jewish man.
Yeah, the one.
The one he
they're both in
hates.
jail. Yeah, that
Yeah.
they hate.
Johnny, I guess.
Maybe I thought his name was Johnny.
Maybe.
Like Little John or something like that. Maybe I don't know. I'm talking on my ass now.
Yeah. Continue.
But no, I love their scenes together, especially in the jail when he says like "you people," like you're just like like. But then like like right now we're talking about Al Pacino's character so much because he has so much character to him. Like the whole like thing where he's like never be late. He's like if you are more than 10 minutes late, like this person is pretty much saying fuck you.
Yeah, and like you're not worth my time.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And so then that's why it's so hard when he's waiting 40 minutes in that whole scenario with
like, dude, I've been waiting for you. Like, where the hell have you been? He's like, oh, I woke up late or something like that. Or he said he like forgot about it.
Dude, it was
a lot of tension.
A lot of tension, and I think De Niro like handles it perfectly. And when they get into the house, and he's just like, "Let's get out of here," I'm like, "Fuck!" Like it was just hard to watch because like you knew he didn't want to do it, but he just had to. Like he had to because that's fucking mafia, dude.
Mob ties.
Not my life. I would not want to be in there.
What I loved was whenever he was gonna kill the hot shot guy at the Little Italy place, and it's like he was like narrating like what goes into like what guns he's gonna choose, and like, oh, you should go to the bathroom, so like if someone's following you, someone's following you.
That's
or someone's
right.
hiding there. I just love like that whole sequence was really, really good. And he kills the man in front of his family. That was pretty badass. So
Yeah, that was.
You only really see that guy for a couple scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's just like, that's the damn, you know.
Oh, one.
You get to the top, and then if you push around the wrong people, you're gonna get fucking killed. So
When De Niro is about to meet Al Pacino for the first time, and the one guy gets the watermelon.
no watermelon.
That was cool. I kind of want to try that.
Yeah,
If
we for our end of the year video, we'll do one.
we'll get a watermelon and then just take a
Whole
giant
thing of vodka.
and, just,
Yep.
and then get fucking drunk on the watermelon. It
He's
sounds
like, "Hey,
awesome.
man, you guys really like watermelon, huh?"
And like that guy was playing a drunk guy so well. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
he was loving
He was
that.
loud and a big guy. He's having a good time.
Yeah, it's such a beefy movie. Like it's hard to actually talk spoilers because just so much happens.
There's just a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just so well written, honestly.
Yeah, it
It gives the actors so much to do, and it's like, it's so great. And honestly, like, I'm really bad with character names. Like, you'll hear me say like De Niro or Pacino, but like in terms of when the movie's happening, when they say a name, I know who they're talking about, and that's why I said like the casting is so good. Like outside of the big three, you know, like everyone else, you know, they're distinct. You know, they got a voice, they got, you know, an accent, or even like the really old guy that he kills pretty early on, that he like wants him to blow up the place.
Yeah.
He's got that really like, you can't really understand what he's saying.
I love the guy when he has to drive all the way down to Florida, and he's like, "Are you looking at my ears? They're not
he
big
shows up at
anymore."
the end,
Yeah, and he's
yeah.
like, "There's big ears," and
It's
then
like, I'm not looking at your fucking ears, man.
Al Pacino's like, "He doesn't have big ears." Like that was funny. Yeah,
That's funny. He like changed he got an ear job.
right.
His
I
ears
kind of
were
want to
too
like
big.
find a photo of him before that.
Yeah, because he was like a real person.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I assume a majority of all these people were real, right?
I wouldn't say a majority. I'd say most of them are fiction.
You think so?
Just like probably like Hoffa's people were like real, but
Yeah.
like De Niro, Pesci, all those people were probably not real.
Huh. Yeah. I guess like just like I really want to look
They're
into
probably
it.
like based off of real
Yeah.
mobsters, but I doubt that.
Like that, like
a
yeah,
lot of
like
them
that's
were
how the
real.
story. No, it's just like you said in the very beginning. Like I wonder how, like, I want to research him now and like find out what went down or
Right.
try to at least because obviously it's a mystery. Like nobody knows, so it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. I'll probably never read the book though because
I ain't got time.
I ain't got time.
That's why they adapt them into movies so I can enjoy them.
Yeah. But I guess what would you grade it?
A 9 for now, but like maybe rewatch it'll be a 10 because like those last 30 minutes were like kind of held back. Plus it was like I was really loving it the entire time, but like I give a 10 to something that just like honestly like blows me out of the water. Like very few films do that I've seen. So yeah, 9 for now. Really strong 9.
Yeah, I'd give it like an A. Like I think, like you said, the last 30 minutes is pretty weak in its storytelling because the 3 hours is just so like.
Oh, it's just old people and like
Boring,
they're not going to be very
yeah.
active, you know, especially.
And then and it shows it that like he's like nothing, you know, like that's how the movie ends is that like he is just going to die alone.
no one's going to be there for him.
Nobody's gonna remember him.
Yeah. Everyone around him's already dead. Like
Like
two
the
police,
FBI people said. Yeah. So
like everyone's dead. Like he had nothing to hide.
and the
anymore.
priest was like, "Yeah, fuck you, dude. I'm not gonna be here for like Christmas. So
Like-
bye."
Deuces.
And like I feel like in those moments, like I wonder, like you know, he's probably obviously thinking like, what was the other outcome? You know,
In terms of what?
like if he didn't kill his best friend, you know,
Right.
like
Well, he probably would have died.
yeah, he would have died, or like maybe tried to like I don't know, fuck up the system somehow.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd be a little convoluted.
obviously, no, it's the way it had to be, but like that's how I felt. Like that final shot, he's probably just like thinking like, if he could do it over, would he?
Like you said, it's what it is.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
It's a great movie.
It's really, really good.
It's a good movie,
Go
guys.
see it.
I mean, obviously, we didn't talk crazy spoilers, but if you're
It's just
watching
like I
now-
literally just got out of the movie an hour ago, so it's like just trying to process it all. It's a long ass movie, so and it's not like a tedious watch. Like a lot happens, so
we neither of us went to the bathroom, and like you don't want to go to the bathroom because
No.
you're scared you're going to miss something within the 2 minutes that you're going to be gone.
I'm always interested when someone does leave. I'll be like, all right, let's see what they miss when they come back. Because
I think somebody actually left during a kill, but I couldn't remember what kill it was. Or like,
it's a lot of killing.
yeah, there's a lot of killing.
Good old Al Pacino in two of the best films of the year. This and Once Upon a Time.
Man, he looks completely different. Yeah, I totally forgot he was in that. Well,
Schwartz.
shoot. I think that's gonna wrap it up here.
A couple strong nines.
Yeah, strong
Hey.
nines. It's gonna be a great rewatch and possibly give it that crisp 10, but maybe not because the
Maybe.
last 30 minutes. Maybe I'll have a different thought on them.
Yep.
But without further ado, this has been Andrew.
It has been Connor.
Peace.
It's been good.